We'll be right back. What's going on, guys? Gregory, where are you?
What what's up, everybody? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Gregors,
What?
what's up?
Not much.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. Wait. I
Hey,
told myself what
honey,
the.
Chris Weeks, Veterans
I told
Fair,
myself. How come my
Sean,
life started? Like, oh my god! I got
Hot
fucking hacked.
Wheels.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I thought I thought I got hacked. I emailed Yatsumi.
No, it started, man.
Oh, that's
Right
why I
when
forgot.
you joined,
I,
yeah.
I, yeah, I told myself, what the hell? I was in the bathroom when it came back. I said, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" You know, I almost had a heart attack. Serious. Whew. I forgot you're my I forgot you're my you're my co-host. I forgot. Oh my god! Don't ever do that. Next time, text me.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what I freaking did on my first? You know what I ended my life? I gave him a freaking address on my.
Wait. Hold on a second. You're still live, so
Yes, I know.
okay.
So someone texted me and said you told your address and your city on the city hall. I said shit, I did, and that's why I ended.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's private now. Yeah, I said, oh shoot, that's why I ended it.
That's good.
You don't. Oh man,
Do what?
what's up? That's great. We all show you in you streaming ego.
Hey,
Thought.
Chris. We were talking about this, and you have the access to it. We need to find a good gimbal for him to put on his Amazon wish list.
Yeah, what's wrong with mine?
That way, the next time he takes a walk and he wants to go
I
live,
know by accident, Lawrence. I was in the
we're not
city.
watching. We're not watching the grass grow.
You know, I was in the city hall to pay my bill. That's why, my water bill, and they asked me my address, and I forgot I was live. You know?
Yeah, I have your
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
I have your address because you posted it private on the private.
Oh yeah. Because of the auctions. Yeah.
No, because Dustin wanted to say. Remember, he asked you. He said, "I wanted."
Oh yeah.
He said he wanted to send you something. But do you remember what he wanted to send you?
You may have said my whole name. No, didn't I? Didn't say my whole name. Didn't say my whole name.
Did you
Which
really?
I don't know. I thought it's on my address. If I did, I said,
Why would you
oh
say your
shit.
last name?
Maybe I did. I don't know.
You shouldn't. Everybody knows for you as Griggers. We don't need. We don't need to add any more of that.
Wow.
Come on, Greg.
Oh well, but I ended it. It's private. I gotta delete that thing. How do you delete that part? My address.
You have to edit it.
You can edit it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Chris, you got my address because of Lawrence. That's why. Nice try, Chris.
Yep. I agree.
Ooh.
I could see that happening, Sean. Anybody going up there? Let me know. I'll go up there too. Yeah, it would be nice to have one of the expensive.
That's given that the cheap one. I don't care.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have something that way. Next time you take a walk, we're not watching the ground. You know.
You don't like my walk?
Yeah, we do. It's just there's a lot of times where you're not holding it right.
Wow. Yeah, true. Today I went inside the see the hole and people said you can't film inside. I know the people that I know the man of the harbor. I was going to film him. I was going to interview him today, but he got sick.
Yeah.
Everybody have YouTube in the city of the harbor. Everyone does. Hey, CTC, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, I yes. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. Yes. Now I know now. Yes, Chris. Yes, I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's, yeah. How stupid. Yeah. I forgot about that. You see, I'm old. I'm old. What is a Homa gimbal? What's okay?
All right, guys. I don't know if everybody knows this, but Gregory is in
No,
love.
don't say nothing, please.
I'm just saying you're in love, man.
No, don't. No.
That's all I'm saying. And should we do a fundraiser?
No. No. Friends.
So we can do a fundraiser. No, remember I told you I was going to tell you we were going to try to see if a fundraiser would be a good idea. No? No?
No.
Okay, man. All right. Just trying to help you out, buddy.
I know. I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh boy. No. No.
Oh, wait.
What's up?
There
What's up? Oh yes. Oh yeah, was it Palm? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I mean, honest. Oh shit, I called Chris. Honest. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. That was the last week.
What are you?
That's the secret, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. I wanted this question, not today. Probably this week. What's up? What's up?
I know, Indiana. I know it.
Oh no, guys! No! No! Oh shit! I'm dead. I'm dead.
Dead about what? Lawless, come on, man.
He's in love with STC Media. What the fuck is that?
I'll be good, Gregors. Don't worry. I'm good. What's up, STC? What's up, Indiana?
What up?
What's up, guy?
I know you're gonna say something to me. STC.
What?
You're gonna tell me all about my audit. I know you're gonna say something.
Well, you guys already probably talked about it, didn't you?
No, not yet.
Oh, you haven't really talked about it? Okay.
No.
That was an audit? Really?
No, but he tried. He was gonna. Yeah, dude. Like.
No, I did an audit.
Go.
That was not an audit.
Where you going, Kiko?
That's part of the reason
Nightmare.
why that was a bad idea.
Why? It's mine. What? I know
It's a
everybody
bad.
then.
It's a bad idea because you don't know the rules. You have to know the rules. And what I mean by
rules.
You don't know the rules. One of the things that you did is you gave out your fucking personal information.
I was in there to pay my bill.
Gregors, listen
I know.
to him, Gregors.
But you gave your address out.
I didn't know I was live. I
not
forgot I
listening.
was live.
Well, I mean, you didn't stop the fucking live, man, so you had to have known. So, well, this is the only reason why I was mad is that you have no experience in doing it and you were by yourself. You know, nobody was there to help guide you. What's up?
I don't know experience. Look, Low is live.
Oh Lord.
Hey, you don't have the experience to be out there doing that by yourself, man, at all. At least on the very simple fact of this, you told nobody beforehand, so we didn't know where you were going to go. We didn't have any information on if shit went down. We couldn't fucking call what precinct. Like, I know that some of us knew where you were just because they know where you live, but there's a lot of us who don't. And I don't know what precinct I could be calling. I don't know what city hall to be calling. I don't know what community place. It doesn't matter, man. I don't know what city you were in. So I mean, I don't know what city in the city hall per se. My point is, look, before I go auditing, I text at least 3 or 4 people with the police station that is going to be patrolling in that area in case the cops are called. I text them the exact location I'm going to be. What's up?
Yeah, like for example, like I have his wife's number.
Yeah.
Stored my phone.
Yep.
For
so
an accident, in case
if shit goes down, dude,
like
Yep. That is very important, man, to have that you have trusted people watching you just in case shit goes down, because I don't care how many fucking people know you, Gregory. There are people there that don't know you and they will act a fool. Once you have that camera up in your hand, it changes the situation completely. Yeah, especially, dude, and I don't want to say it like this, but dude, especially you, man. What's going to happen? I see what happens when you get met with aggression. You aggress right back, dude. You don't like them to fucking tell you things like that. And that is scary to me, too, because you don't know how to navigate aggression like that when it's in a legal situation in that way. You know, I'm not saying you don't know how to navigate your life, dude. You've been, you know, you're this old for a reason. You navigated your life.
He's not saying you're stupid at all.
Not at all, dude. Okay. These people out here are fucking crazy, man. And dude,
you should like you should have texted me and said, "Hey, I'm doing an audit" or something.
At the very least,
you know, and then you could during the audit, you know, STC. And some other people, I could have asked other people. I could have asked Nightmare.
Absolutely,
I've never really done, you know, things that you could do to do better. And
I know a lot of cops around here, and I'm friends.
But the problem is, I don't.
It's okay. What?
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, Gregors. Someone's in the background. Someone's in the background that wants in.
Yeah.
You won't be in trouble now.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Run. I gotta run now.
I'm gonna.
I understand the point of view.
I'm gonna whip somebody's ass. I'm gonna whip somebody's ass. If they don't leave me alone. Gregory,
yes,
I think this discussion would be better held
privately
in a private chat, because we
I will later.
No. I want everyone to give me an idea.
I understand that plenty of information for new subject matter for certain people.
What's going on, Tat? Am I missing something? My ADD's rocking right now, so I don't even know what they're talking about.
I would blame it. I would blame it on my ADD sale. I would blame it on my ADD sale.
Oh man,
the video is private anyhow.
It's okay. It wasn't when it was playing, dude. And don't think for a half a second that one of those fuckers weren't watching, dude.
Or
it's okay.
Or
recorded it.
You might have made it private, but it was recorded somewhere.
Hey, can I ask anybody in here a question? Who in here has ever broken their leg?
I have.
Who said that?
Indiana.
Indiana, and who else?
Nope.
I've broken my wrist.
Okay.
I've broken my wrist, my leg.
Okay.
My head.
So which bone in your leg did you break, sir?
God,
Was it below your knee or was it above your knee?
it was below.
Below your
Hello,
knee.
Gloria.
So it was probably a tib or a fib fracture.
Yeah, it was something
Tib
like
fib?
that.
Okay.
Could
So let
you,
me ask you
something
a
like that.
question, if you don't mind.
Gloria!
So right after that fracture, were you able to walk without any kind of pain?
Hell no.
Were you able to walk at all?
No.
No. Let me ask you a question. If you broke your leg as a soldier and you had to wear an additional 80 to 110 pounds worth of weight on
Hell
you,
no.
would
never
you be
been
able to carry that?
Hey,
with
honey, and
with-
Gloria, what's up?
Never
Veteran.
been able to do it.
Never happened. Not unless you just got. The only way that I could see that being possible is if the adrenaline was so your adrenaline rush was so
Right.
Heavy.
That's absolutely true. That could happen right after the injury, but let's say for
Yes.
3 weeks of sustained walking and carrying all that extra
No.
weight.
That's what
Absolutely
I'm trying to say.
not.
They took a shot of adrenaline every time.
Oh. Because I am working on a brand new video, ladies and gentlemen. I stumbled upon a gold mine just a few minutes ago.
And I'm sorry, but I really doubt that he.
And if somebody breaks their tibia, which is actually the weight-bearing bone of your tibia and your fibia, right?
Yeah.
Or your tib-fib, right? So tibula, fibula. So fibia, I always get those fucking crazy. But anyway, when a certain person, and I'm not going to name who, I don't want to spoil the video now, but a certain person said that they had an RPG hit their vehicle, right? And when the RPG hit the vehicle, it stopped that vehicle after the vehicle was rolling at 70 miles an hour, and the RPG hit that vehicle, and the vehicle stopped immediately. Now, let me tell you something. If anything hits a vehicle going 70 miles an hour, that vehicle is going to continue moving forward at first.
Now, can I
And
ask you
then-
a question? I don't want you to spoil the video.
I don't.
And I don't
I'm
know
not
who
gonna
it's
spoil.
about, and I'm really looking forward.
Nobody. I'm sure nobody knows.
Wallace, Jesus, take a breath or a drink.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let me ask you a question. Would one of those vehicles been able to go 70 miles?
I'm gonna join you,
No,
Wallace.
absolutely not.
Not that well. It doesn't specify. To be fair, it does not specify in the video what type of vehicle it is. So if it's a Humvee, just a regular armored Humvee, yeah, they can go that fast.
Okay.
An MRAP is recommended to drive. An MRAP is recommended to drive only at about 35 miles an hour because of the handling issues it has going any faster. So it is capable of 60 miles an hour, but you're not going to be doing that in a combat environment. You're not. You're just not.
No.
Yeah.
So
Rest in
either way. So what happens is this individual goes 3 weeks on patrol in what they call full battle rattle, which is all of your military equipment, including your vest and everything like that. And then all of a sudden,
Yes.
wait
Good
a minute. By the way, the first person he saw
Good
was
job, Christ.
a Dr. Light. A Dr. Light. You ever hear that title before? A Dr. Light, like a Bud Light, a Dr. Light.
Thanks, Lotus.
Then later on, he does correct himself
I want
to
best
say
brother.
a physician assistant. But at the same time, the
Good eye.
physician assistant. Let me ask you this question: do you think if you came in after getting hit with an RPG and your leg is hurting like the Dickens, right? And you come in and you say, "Hey, my leg hurts like the Dickens." What are they going to do? What kind of procedure are they going to do for you to check to see what's going on?
They're gonna pull your dick out because
Are
it's
they going?
Oh
in.
my God.
Might they?
It's
Might
because
they?
it's in. Listen, if it's hurt like the dick ends, you're gonna pull it out. Pull the dick out.
Might they X-ray it?
Very
Well, I
much.
don't know. If you just pull the dick out instead of X-raying.
I would say they would X-ray that. That would be safe to say.
They would
Absolutely
They
would
would take
X-ray.
an X-ray.
They would X-ray that.
Well,
And
let me give you
let me ask you a question.
The dick ends.
Well, let me
They would
put-
touch,
Dick
they would
ends.
touch it and find out.
Okay, well let me give you an
Put
example.
pressure. they were
Let me give you
doing
an example.
pressures around certain areas to
Hold,
find
hold
out.
on a minute, Andy. Let me give you.
Oh,
an
by the
example.
way, these are rhetorical questions. I already know the answers.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you an example. When I used to wrestle, we had a guy. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. You can see the image.
Right.
Sid Vicious.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Was wrestling. He went to give a boot, kick the guy with a boot. He
Right.
snapped the bone in his leg. You could see the bone protrude through the boot, and he definitely didn't get up.
That's an ouchie. That's an ouchie.
Yeah,
Now-
it was very gross.
Absolutely. Compound fracture of his fibula or tibula, one or the other.
And
And,
as far as I know, even after surgery and stuff, he never wrestled again.
Yeah, now here's the question.
Okay.
Now it's not just one fracture we're talking about.
Before you continue, I'm gonna kind of edit what I said.
Look, I'm getting blue balls with the story already. Go ahead.
I know you said you asked me if I broke it.
You're gonna blow your fucking load all here on the chat.
Dang, jizz.
Didn't literally break it.
Okay, we're talking about a complete fracture all the way
Well,
across.
that's what I'm saying. I just had a little crack fracture.
I think me and Wallace are hanging out
We're talking
outside the
about
group of you guys.
we're talking about a fracture that broke in the oblique style.
Oh,
So
God.
it would be
That means
it would be
he would
it
not
would-
been able to walk.
it's offset at an angle. That's what oblique is, right? And then that doesn't stop there. Then there's a linear fracture which travels down the shaft of the bone. And yes, I said shaft.
He
The
said
shaft, shaft of the bone, about a quarter of an inch wide. Okay.
way.
So are we walking on that, ladies and gentlemen?
No, definitely not.
We're
Stop,
not.
Really?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You wouldn't be walking on that. Let me tell you, you guys are pussies. Because I'm gonna just tell you, I would break dance on that.
You wouldn't dance. You wouldn't do that for your country?
No.
Right.
Let me tell you
Right.
something.
You are a fucking just loser. You would not do that for your country.
So if you look at my community page right now, and you look on my latest community page, you will see the tough guy standing in there with an RPG impaled into his leg, which I put in there, of course. And then
Oh, you did?
behind
That was real.
behind him, I have Colonel Richard Simmons saying somebody's going to be sweating to the Purple Heart soon, and then this guy is saying, "Keep your Purple Hearts, Colonel Simmons."
You guys are so sick.
I don't have a Purple Heart.
I don't have a Purple Heart.
You know what? That is clear. That is clear. That is very
Hey,
clear.
Cats, I wanted to say thanks for posting Shipley's link.
No, yeah. Do you like those videos? Have you been watching them?
I just checked a couple of them, but
Okay, cool. Yeah, Shipley is an amazing guy. Now, I will tell you this, and I do have to break this news to you. Shipley is not really interested in posting Kaiser up on his site because two things. One is Kaiser would never speak to him on the phone, and that's how he does his videos. So he would have to speak to him on the phone. The other is, and especially who would want to go online knowing who Don Shipley is?
Well, let
I
me
don't-
say this. I would put a challenge. I want to put a challenge to Michael Kaiser, fraud at Wrangler. If Don Shipley had, if he reached out to him
Right.
and then tried to talk to him at all, would he speak? Do you think he'd speak to him
Oh,
at least
Don-
through
Don-
private? Yep.
Don
Go
would
ahead.
speak to him, absolutely.
So
But
there you
Don-
go.
But,
So
but no,
I
no,
put
no,
that
sir,
to you,
no,
you
no,
punk
no.
ass bitch.
Don-
If anything, you can get it privately done. Go talk to this dude, and this
Don
dude can
records all
privately
his phone
reach.
calls. Don
Yeah, and
records all his phone calls.
what I'm saying is that it wouldn't be a video for you. He can go and just talk to him and put it all to rest,
I
and then
don't
through
think that
you.
would happen.
I don't care. That's not what I'm saying. Reach the fuck out, you punk bitch, frauditor. Why don't you go talk to the man himself?
But now listen. Now listen. I have good news though. I have good news. I saved $200 by switching to Geico. But on top of that, on top of that, I have reached out to the Keepers of the Green Beret. Now, the Keepers of the Green Beret are much like Don Shipley, and what they do is they bust phony Green Berets. So I got on the phone with a Command Sergeant Major Green Beret who was a Delta Force operator, confirmed, or okay? Now, if you don't know what the Delta Force is they eat fucking RPGs for dinner
see it,
every
Mitch.
day.
That must be a
And
fucked up diet.
it is. It's very high in RPG. No MSG, but RPG.
About
And
diarrhea, I'm sure.
and now he told me in the most eloquent way as Sergeant Major Ken that Fraudit Wrangler is, how did he put it, as fucked up as a wooden vagina in a termite mound or something like that. Something similar.
The fuck?
Oh my God.
This is a Delta Force operator, confirmed Delta Force
Hey,
operator.
there it is.
So something along that effect. Now, also, I've reached out to another site at the Command Sergeant Major's request. I reached out to another group called Phony Veterans, and Phony Veterans will bust any phony veteran. So just stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen, because not only did I email Phony Veterans, but the Sergeant Major at my request emailed the Phony Veterans site as well, who he has a relationship with.
Hey.
So
Tat, just I don't want to bring detail into it because I don't know if you did or not want to too. But I was just curious. The thing when I hung up with you, did you do any more of that? Did that get successful?
I have not gotten any successful hits on it yet, but I don't mind saying. Why don't we say what we did? I think I would encourage it for everybody to do.
So we were going to any website or any live stream on YouTube that was Army or COP because they're very patriotic government, and we were posting, copy pasting his name, Stolen Valor. Told him to go check it out. Check his page, check Tat's page out too. So we were like chat bombing all these random fucking, like we went to Ben Shapiro, and he had 8.6 thousand people before we were blocked. I think you got way more messages out than I did, dude, on that one. And I think it was your name.
And
I think it was
which
your name.
which profile was I using? I was using one that said U.S. Army Medic Guy, which would really garner some eyes on that target, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
and I was using Fathers Fight Back on a few of them too.
If it were me,
Just
and I
FYI.
saw that post and I saw,
Yours was way better. That name,
Medic?
yeah, fuck yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I'd be all on it. All on it.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Kaiser, this is for you. I would use your live stream tonight because you do one every fucking night. I will use your one tonight to come clean and
I'm
all
telling
of this, and
Because
all
we're
of
not letting
this-
it go. We're not
all
letting
of
it go.
this, all of this is going to go away for you, maybe. But I would really recommend it because the Sergeant Major's coming for you. Don Shipley may have bailed out a little bit, but Don Shipley would like you to know this message. You're full of shit, dude. That's what he said. So there you go.
There
Don
you
Shipley
go.
said you're full of shit. His son, who is a SEAL team operator,
I'll be
SEAL
right
Team
back.
6,
All right.
his son, DJ
I'll be back.
Sipley, who is a walking badass, it was in the background, and he said that Fraudit Wrangler was full of shit. And now I have a command sergeant major of the Special Forces group called the Delta Force saying he's full of shit. So how many times do I have to tell Wrangler he's full of shit before he gets the message? But I'm going to tell you, he's very stubborn, and he's not going to get the message until it's too late. But as a friend of Wranglers, I love my little puppy Wrangler. I would tell him, please, Wrangler, for the love of Kimmy, that nobody's ever seen, please come clean, or you're gonna have a lot more on your plate than just a couple of felonies and an accusation of murder. Just saying.
Just saying.
Hey,
Just
Tats.
saying. And I'm giving you a fair warning. I'm not. Believe me, I would rather you be telling the truth, and I'd rather this be a mistake, and I would rather you come at me for slander.
Yeah.
Right?
For real.
But how come you haven't brought up any allegations of slander yet, Wrangler? Why? Because it's not slander. Because if somebody was saying all this shit about me, and it wasn't true,
he'd have been all over that if it was
Of
real slander. That's
course
one of
he
the first things
would.
they fucking try and say, dude.
And what happens when you know you're right about something?
Little baby ass bitches.
Do you give in about it, or do you fight it tooth and nail until the last fucking minute? I know what I do. I will not listen to anything else, and I will fucking go out of my way to prove somebody that was lying about me wrong.
Hey, Tats.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up, Gregory?
No more care. That's
Hey,
going to
Greg,
the next
did you-
time.
What, Gregory?
Wrangler. I don't want Wrangler name in my channel anymore. I'm tired of this guy.
Okay,
I
but
don't
I'll
want
say it.
Wrangler.
I just got to say it
No,
one more time.
I'm
I got to say it one more time, Wrangler. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I don't like
done.
this guy.
Brought
Hey,
it.
Gregory,
I don't like him. I talk to you. You know,
Tito, what's up? Check your private messages.
and plus, let's talk all about Tats. You know, your last video sucked anyhow.
Well, Gregory, let me
Yeah,
tell you
long
something
as
about.
fuck. You should
Let
have
me
broke
tell
it
you
up. Did you
Why
give?
don't we
Hey,
just
no,
talk-
no.
why
I want
don't we
to
talk
know
about
this.
your last
Did
video,
you
the
give?
one that you did something that everybody.
That did suck. That really sucked.
That sucked. That sucked worse
That
than any
sucked
of my
really bad.
videos.
That sucked way worse than Tad's video, dude. Actually, because I was fucking angry, man, and I
Yeah.
was angry because I couldn't do anything for you
I
at
almost
all. Like
launched
there was
myself
nothing.
I almost launched myself like a ballistic middle fat man, old fat guy named Tats missile into your fucking house.
Oh, I was
And-
immediately fucking. As soon as you were talking to the people, hey, as soon as you were talking to those people up there, I was trying to say mute your fucking mic, like immediately, dude. I was yelling for that, and so
My-
was he. He was
my-
right behind it.
My eyes were bleeding. My eyes were bleeding. My ears were bleeding. Every
Yeah.
orifice of my body was
Wow.
bleeding.
But I was wondering
Gregory,
if
I
you.
would like you to know
Hey.
that you caused rectal bleeding in Tats.
I wanted to know if Tat was going to leave any of the Angry Vets video for him to actually have. You know, you could just, if you wanted, you could just watch it on fucking Tat shit. The whole thing's right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I got
Yeah.
boy.
You shoulda edited-
I can't wait to get this story
It would.
out. Oh
Why didn't
my
you
God.
edit that shit down some?
I don't want to. You know why I don't want
It
to?
was so long.
I know it was so long, and that's what she said. But
You just repeated a joke from last night. Stupid.
I know, but I would repeat it again if you say it again. I'm going to say it again. And because I can't stop, because I'm like,
Can't stop, won't stop. Aha! Aha!
yep. So that's what we do at our age, you know.
Sure, got it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
My name's Michael Kaiser, just so you know.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Thanks,
have a purple heart.
Gregory.
Oh, you're welcome. That's why I like my channel. I can meet anybody I want.
But I don't have a purple heart.
I don't have
Dude.
a purple heart.
That thing,
don't have a purple heart.
I'm telling, the way he looks, man. I really wish, I had said the word before, dude, but I really wish we could still say the R word, man, because he really looks.
No,
like,
we don't need. It's not the R word. It's actually a W there.
No,
mister.
no,
But-
no. I'm talking about the derogatory term for diminished intelligence that starts with an R, ends with a tarded.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
go with. Then if I were you, I would
You
go.
can.
Why don't you just call him
That's why they put it in the dictionary.
mentally delayed is a good term.
Oh, I fucking love that one, dude. Actually, that's hilarious.
Mentally delayed.
Well,
I
let
coined
me
that
say
phrase, by the way.
this, man. This is something. All right, no, my entire fucking child since 4th grade up, I've been in special ed classes, and that was due to my behavioral disorder and my illiteracy shit.
That's
you
because
know.
you kept eating the fucking thumbtacks off.
Sure
of fucking
did,
bulletin
sure
boards.
did. Now, I was most definitely back then. They didn't have the separation between learning, like LB and BB, learning disability and behavior disability classes. They put you
Oh.
all in the same class. So
I
what-
have to share this comment real quick. Somebody on my community post put his name is Radis Hattis, and he put the truth is out. Richard Simmons is Kimmy.
So anyway, I've been around people that would be called that all the time. That is a word that I don't use, but I'm just saying, like I did the other day because it came out and shit. But it's something I try not to. Kind of like I try not to use the GD word.
Did it come out?
Yeah,
breech
you know
or did
what?
it come
You know
out,
what I think
head
about
first?
stupid people sometimes? You remember the old dial-up, like especially when AOL first came out, how it would
Yes.
dial up and then
Yes.
it would freeze mid dial.
Oh my God, that was so frustrating, dude. That was one of the worst shits, dude. No, you know, there's probably a lot of people on here that don't know that. I wonder how old are some people on here right now. Go ahead though. Yeah, that was the worst.
And then it would just like freeze and then go back, and then you'd have to redo the whole. That's kind of the way some stupid people are.
Yes.
It's like their dial up goes about halfway in and then stops.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what? I think everybody here actually might be old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
I was looking at the chat. I think everybody here knows. That's hilarious.
Thanks,
I would
Stefano.
say. I do have a question though. Do you think this guy that we can't mention anymore on this channel is a black belt in like Hapkido or something?
Yes, dude, he's totally fucking. I think that he's
I
got
think
so
he
many
might be.
skills, like bow hunting skills. He's got
Yeah.
staff skills, like, dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
I heard he took. Do you remember the old Ginsu
Vote for
knives? that
Pedro.
used to- you know what Ginsu knives are? The knives
Yes.
that used to
Yes.
advertise?
Yeah.
Do you remember those? Well, I think I heard that he may have taken out all of ISIS with just his Ginsu knife.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard that.
Dude.
And those those scars I found out were actually from Ninja Stars. Those scars are from Ninja Stars and Judy Chops.
Really?
I heard. Then that is true. Okay, so
The
It
West
was when
Virginia
he was
Ninja got a hold
tied.
of him.
yeah, and he was tied up. You know, they stretched him out like an X, and they were torturing him, trying to gain information, and all he kept repeating is, "I don't answer questions. I don't have a Purple Heart."
Yeah.
And they were slashing and gashing at him, and they threw these stars into
Oh,
his head.
you like spoof songs, don't you, STC?
Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah.
Can you please do a spoof on?
You say no?
Don't-
Why don't you? Go ahead.
Can you do a song called "Don't Break My Achy Breaky Purple Heart"? That would be a great spoof.
What's up, J family?
Fucking video.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
buddy, what's up,
Oh,
buddy?
hold on. Oh my
So,
God! Look, if you keep that idea with me, I'm telling you what, man. I just talked to Punchline today. He just called me
Right.
today, dude. He's fucking.
Oh,
he's
he could
awesome.
do a rap song about
I
that.
know,
That would
dude,
be
look.
fucking
And
awesome.
I was talking to him for a minute, man, and he's doing this Florida thing, dude, and in Florida, dude. If you could, man, would you reshare that thing for Florida, or maybe even tell some people out there so that they can know, because Punchline's going to be performing.
Now, Tats, I don't know how true it is because, like I told you before, my military knowledge is very limited.
Right. Uh-huh.
But I did hear that for somebody that is in the military and they embellish their record, and if they gain monetary proceeds from it,
That's illegal. That's a federal.
And-
Oh, dude, what about his channel? What about his channel's growth? Go ahead.
you
Go
can
ahead.
be prosecuted for that. Now,
Absolutely.
I don't know how true that is. I've not, because like I said, my military knowledge is probably that much.
No, that's true. If you actually watch my video where Don Shipley's talking, he actually talks about that, where he busts somebody and they did 3 years in
Well, let
prison
me
because
ask.
of that.
Let me add this question to it real quick. And is there proof that he's gained followers, gained content because of his claim to do
Well,
that?
why wouldn't you support a poor?
That's what I'm
wounded
saying.
veteran?
I'm saying. But what would
On your
classify
channel.
that proof? How could you prove that he?
It's related to
Is-
that.
Yeah. Well, because you're gonna have. It
You
has
know,
to be,
Big
I know this is for the lawyers,
It might be.
but I'm
It
just
might
curious.
be.
Okay.
It might be
You know-
circumstantial type
you
of
know,
thing. I'm not
backstage-
sure.
Okay. What? What?
Let's just say, for instance, I tell you, gentlemen. Let's just say, for instance, I tell you, gentlemen, which I'm not. I'm using as a hypothetical. I'm a military veteran, and I was wounded in combat.
Right.
Well, are you not going to feel sorry for me? And that's because
Absolutely.
I've done
Or
my
respect.
duty.
I don't have to. Hey, hold on. I don't feel sorry. I just want to put it. I don't feel sorry for people in that way.
Right.
I do have empathy, but I get what you're saying. I just wanted. I'm a detail-oriented person, so I just want to make sure.
You're gonna be more sympathetic
Respectful,
to me. and more-
absolutely. This motherfucker sacrificed and then sacrificed, absolutely, because they
Right.
got disabled in the process on top of the sacrifice already, 100%.
And you're gonna look at me as some kind of a hero, and you're gonna
Of
want
course.
to help me in any way
Absolutely.
of
possible.
course, of
Absolutely.
course.
And not only that, but I'm not going to be questioning a lot of what
No.
you say because because you know your shit. You did it. You did this thing. I don't need to question this guy. Who am I to question such a warrior?
There you go. That's part of it right there. Right. Exactly.
Hey, Indiana.
Yeah, what's up?
The Jay-Z is backstage, but he's not in backstage. I think he clicked the wrong. I think he clicked the wrong link.
Where the fuck is my wife, dude?
And I've been dealing with that in my comments. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tube Socks, but Tube Socks was on my channel today talking to me about the whole thing. And I think Tube Socks has been a supporter of his for a very long time. And
Tube Sock is a troll.
Oh, is he?
He definitely is a troll, bro. He is like, he goes to all the troll channels. I know that for a fact. He's got like Tube Sock 7, Tube Sock 8, Tube
really?
Sock 10. Oh yeah.
Well, he was having legit discussions with me. Like it seemed pretty well.
He does sometimes, and that's what throws me off. I don't know. I get thrown off with him sometimes. I don't.
I mean, he seemed like he was genuine, and I told him, I said, look, what I would like you to do is email the keeper of the Green Beret and just put the name of that person in the title of your email, and then ask him the simple question: if you get shot twice in combat, would you get a Purple Heart? And then that Sergeant Major would definitely answer that question at least. And I haven't heard from Tube Socks since I said that to him.
Well, if you go watch, he goes into Chili's channel sometimes and trolls Chili and that.
J Family, what the hell's wrong with your feet there, buddy?
That's what I was just fixing to ask. What the fuck is wrong with his
He's on a
foot?
cruise right now.
Wow, yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
My water shoes.
Oh, sunburn.
Water shoes.
Crocs, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
I got a crazy tan.
that's awesome.
It's always fun.
That is freaking awesome.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I want to
See
be.
my view?
Yeah, I want to go.
I don't know what his unit
I wanna
was,
look
Veterans Affairs. I don't know what his unit was. He never says.
I
his
keep
unit.
forgetting that I can read the chat. Damn it, dude.
I don't know his unit. I don't know what unit he was in. I know that he claimed a certain unit, but I don't know what unit specifically he was in right when these things supposedly manifested themselves in some sort of alternate universe.
Time to hit the buffet. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Glory-eyed beast. I read the Army Standard to getting the Purple Heart, and he qualifies for a Purple Heart. There is no question about it. By the way, I was an Army medic, and part of my
Bitch.
job as being an Army medic was to go through records of people and
Inferno.
to pass it up to the chain of command about their medical conditions. So I might know a little bit about it, just a little bit though.
But with such injury like you're talking about, there is no gray area. It's either you got injured that way or you're not,
didn't.
and you're getting a Purple Heart whether you want it or not.
Right.
Well,
Regardless.
hey, Tess, why don't you explain it to him?
To who?
That gory-eyed beast.
Yeah, Gory Eye Beast. Well, I just did kind of. I mean, I can go through the whole thing, but it'd take a while. You know, I can go through the whole thing, but the standard is military standards aren't negotiable, and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you should know that. And anybody who knows that about the military, we're very rigid in the way they have their leadership over people. Because if they weren't so rigid, people would just go ape shit. Because most of the people that serve in the military are pretty young, you know. So you have to be very rigid
How about
and
this?
strict.
If every single tiny motion of swinging, what is it called when you do the gun thing? When you swing your gun around and when you're performing, you know, the shit with the fucking rifle. You know what I'm talking about?
I like to call it swinging.
Okay, so either way, you dumb motherfucker. I don't know if that's, so, but just that has so many like precise movements. If you don't have that barrel,
Oh, you mean drill and ceremony?
Sure. Okay. Yes, that is what I mean. Actually, that is what I mean.
Okay, I wasn't real clear on what you meant. Actually.
Okay, so what I mean is if every little action like that has every specific tiny meaning, purpose, everything has to be done the actual way of that. Why, you know, every word means exactly what the fucking word means. So when
Right.
it says that you automatically get a Purple Heart when you're wounded
But I don't have a
by the
Purple Heart.
enemy, or due to enemy action, period.
Can I
That's
give
what
you an
it
example
fucking
of that?
means.
Can I give you an example of that? We spent, I don't know how fucking long this was, but it was one of the longest days I
Thanks
can
for letting us
remember
know, hey, honey.
in basic training. And in basic training, we were learning, I might get the number wrong here because it's been a while since basic training for me, but it was called the 16 count manual of arms. And I think it was 16 counts, right? And there's certain points where you pull the bolt back and you check to see if there's a round in the chamber. You're inspecting the weapon for a round in the chamber and so on, and then you squeeze the trigger eventually, right, in the whole thing. And we spent, I would say, the better part of 8 hours just getting the clicks synchronized so where everybody sounded like one click when you pulled the trigger. Just so you know.
Just 1 second, Tats. I want to give Gregory an update on something. Gregory, it is saying, according to the notification that I just got, your package will be delivered Saturday.
Oh, cool.
If you want the tracking number for that, I'll give it to Indy so you can.
Wait, where the fuck where'd you get the link for that, man? I've been asking
I've been
for
asking
the
too.
link.
Yeah.
I have been asking for like weeks over week, dude, like
The
for
link,
real.
link for what?
For the Amazon thing.
Yeah, the perpetuity.
Oh, hey, honey has that.
Oh, dude, you know,
and
to be
Chris-
honest, I
and
think
Chris
every
Yankee.
time I've asked, she wasn't in the chat, like straight up, dude.
And Chris
Okay,
Link is,
Gory
Uh,
Ibis,
he's the one
Yeah,
that
he
made it,
is.
so
to,
he's the one that can add stuff or stuff.
to
I
answer
gotcha.
your question, sir, and thank you for your service to your country in the Canadian military. I actually have worked with the Canadian military here and
Thank you,
there
veterans.
before.
And
So-
Indy, it says your package will be there Friday.
Gregory likes big packages, I'm just saying.
Well, he's got a big one coming in the mail.
Okay, so the standard of being awarded the Purple Heart is, in fact, that you get treated by a medical officer, which would be a doctor or an RN or a physician assistant, and also medical personnel, such as what I was, a medic, right?
Due
But
to
he claims that he was shot twice. So
Enemy.
let me ask you this,
Enemy.
Canadian veteran: if somebody's shot twice, don't you think that they might receive care from a doctor or a medic? Because he said that he was shot twice, and he did not receive the Purple Heart. He also said that he took an RPG to the front end of his vehicle and fractured his tibia to the point to where it was a oblique fracture and a linear fracture, and he did not receive a Purple Heart for that. So if there's any questions about that, I would say that at the very least he would have gotten treatment from either a medic.
But I don't have a
doctor,
Purple Heart.
nurse, but he doesn't have a Purple Heart. So that is part of the standard, though. You're correct about that.
Where he's on video saying, "I don't have a Purple Heart." Who is he talking to?
He was talking to me actually directly.
Yeah, I was
because
just gonna say. I was gonna say that he was straight up answering him.
he was answering me because I was using one of my sock accounts to ask him about it, and I kept doing it over and over because STC saw an example of how many sock
Yeah.
accounts I
Oh,
actually
he was
have.
quick, dude. I couldn't keep up. I only had 3, so
I
we
have
had to move.
tons
We
of
had to
sock-
move through different chats.
I have 100 sock accounts at least.
That
Okay?
was great. That was great. It was great though.
Yeah, and most of them have content. So if you look on my sock account and you're wondering who the fuck is this guy, it has some sock account. I have one called Question Quack, and Question Quack I put on there like I was doing something for kids, like what's 1 + 1? 2. What's 2 + 2? You know, and so
I
on.
know, me too, Gloria. I hear that in my sleep all the
Hey,
time.
Gloria.
I don't have a Purple Heart.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't-
It disturbed me so bad the other night. I woke up screaming that from a nightmare. I don't have a
Right.
Purple Heart.
I think that's
I'll be right
everybody's
back. My
favorite
wife is
line.
home. I'm gonna have her hit that link real quick.
That's like one of those one-liner things, like, you know, I'll be back, you know, like that. Get to the chopper. I don't have a Purple Heart. I think it's one of those things, man. You know. The murder charges were dropped. I don't know what the circumstances were, but I think wasn't it you, Nightmare, that was telling me a little bit more about that?
Yeah,
And
I was reading about
yeah,
that.
you were reading about it, but there's no explanation as to why they were dropped. I don't think that I
Not
can
not
see.
that I have found. No.
No.
Yeah, but okay. So who? But who? Okay, who exactly did he murder? He robbed someone, right? And he shot someone doing that.
In the course of that, yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what I
that's
thought.
the alleged allegation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the victim was unalived in their home.
right, right, and I don't know what the circumstances were. I didn't really look into that because my obsession right now, and I'll say it right now, I am obsessed with this guy until he gets vetted by some authoritative type people, and that is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's coming. The storm is coming. You might want to put some plywood up on that asshole of yours, Mr. Kaiser, because that storm is coming and you don't want your windows to blow out. You really don't. That costs a
Well,
lot of
I
money.
think where it irritates me the most is going back because a lot of my family have been in the military, and it got me curious. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my family have been in the military. My grandfather, he fought in World War II.
Right.
And my uncle, who I've looked up to all my life, and that he spent a lot of time in law enforcement, military, and stuff like that. And come to find out, I didn't even know until you recently brought this up that my grandfather, who is deceased,
Right.
had a Purple Heart because of his wounds that he suffered while in combat in World War II.
Right.
And I did not know that. And something else my uncle was telling me about, and watching your video confirmed it last night. My uncle was telling me that when you receive the Purple Heart, you get a cluster.
Right. Yeah, the oak leaf cluster.
Yes,
That's only if you get a secondary, though. That's a secondary award.
right. And he was telling me about that. He's been very good about giving me information and stuff. But I think what infuriates me more than anything, okay, he served in the military. Great. That's fine. I don't
Yes.
disrespect any veteran.
Right.
But if you were wounded like you say, and that, why don't you have a Purple Heart? Because
there's no reason why he wouldn't.
you know what I mean? And it's either you was or you wasn't. Like my uncle said, like you've said, there is no gray area. And it
No.
pisses me off because it does take away from veterans that were injured in combat, not in any combat situation.
Right.
And it's basically diminishing, you know what I mean? Now, who do you trust?
Right.
Because this guy, you know what I'm saying, says, hey, I was injured and blah, blah, blah. And veterans deserve more respect than they get.
And by the way, I get questioned all the time about my service, and I tend to keep a lot of my service private because I don't want to be doxxed, and I think that's a smart move, right?
Absolutely.
But I think I've proven my worth here by giving people my knowledge that I do.
But you're
have.
not up here claiming that you were combat injured
I'm not doing anything other than just saying that I served in the military, and I now STC knows a little bit more about me as far as my military service, but I would prefer to keep all of that private because I don't need people to be looking up things about me and doxing me, because what you can do, which is what Fraud at Wrangler is avoiding. Oh, sorry, Greg. What this person is doing to avoid it is he is not giving his unit out. He is not giving where he was, what day it was, who is he with. He doesn't even mention the other guys that were in the vehicle with him when that RPG apparently struck the vehicle. So who doesn't say that? Oh, my buddies were fucked up, man. That was so sad. He didn't even mention them. It's like they didn't even exist. I don't know one veteran that would be in a situation like that wouldn't mention the buddies around him that were wounded and injured as well, but he didn't. It was all about him. You know?
Well, it's definitely a team effort. There is no in between. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're not driving a vehicle
Hey,
by
Doc,
yourself in
what's
a
up?
combat zone. I'll just put it to you that way. You're just
Hey,
not.
what's up?
You're just not doing it. So, it's sad, and I feel, and to be honest with you, there is a part of me that would love Wrangler just to come clean, just for his own benefit, not for my benefit, not for anybody else's benefit, but just to so he can stop having to worry and look over his shoulder and all that thing. It must be tough. It must be really tough to maintain this, especially when you know now that there are people coming out of the woodwork now, and it's getting bigger than him, and he just needs to come clean, and that's the very best thing he can do right now. But very rarely do these guys do that, because
It's you know what's sad is the fact that he would rather have people go out there and have the fact that he's a murderer going around instead of that he wasn't a vet. Or
Yeah.
I mean, or
Well, he
he
was
does.
a vet.
Or
I believe he was a
I mean,
vet.
not that he wasn't a vet. He was, or the lies about that. You know.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that he was a vet. I don't know how long his service was. Those records are being sought after right now, and those are public record that you can FOIA.
Well, regardless of whatever, remember when I told you, before I caught my felony charge and everything, I wanted to go in the military, and I'm not going to lie, I wanted to go in the Navy to be a cook. I'm not going to lie about it. That's what I wanted to do.
Right. Oh, I love cooks.
Regardless of how you serve your country, you still serve. Now,
Right.
you know what I mean? But that would be like if I had made it into the Navy and coming back and saying, "Oh, well, I was a ship commander and we blowed up 50 million planes or whatever,"
Right.
and blah
Right.
blah.
And I'm going to tell you something. Guys in the military are so anal about this kind of stuff. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm very, very anal about this. And we are so detail oriented when it comes to military service, because we know the military spends a lot of time on this kind of stuff and on these details. Military is really microscopically detailed in things that they do. And when we see just a little deviation from what we were taught, it doesn't match, and we know it's bullshit. That's the thing. It's second nature. We lived it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I lived where I worked. I was around it all the time, every single day. And I can smell a fake veteran 16,000 miles away.
And then
or fake story anyway.
And then to go after another veteran for his activism,
right?
You know what I mean? Okay, why would another vet go after another vet? You know what I'm saying? Unless, like you said, they're proclaiming, you know what I mean, something that they're not.
And really, we self-police. This is how we self-police each other. We do. We really do. We will call a motherfucker out quicker than a cat can lick its ass.
And in your video, what was Angry Vet doing so wrong? I see nothing Angry Vet was doing wrong.
No, there was nothing. Actually, it was a great audit. I thought it went really well.
He was very polite. He didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I do agree with you about more auditors like myself. You know, I'm very non-confrontational.
Right. I believe in that 100%. I don't think you should be seeking confrontation at all.
Because I do want to get a natural reaction. I don't want it to be clicks and views and that. If I'm just in there and I'm asking questions and I'm very polite and you come off at me like some fucking asshole, well, that's not my fault. You're being an asshole.
Yeah, no. Well, I had Press Harder. I don't know too much about Press Harder, honestly. I know that he's a big auditor. I know that, but I don't really watch a lot of his videos for some reason. It's not just because I don't like it or anything. I just haven't really clicked on many videos just because I don't think about it. And Press Harder was actually kind of coming at me a little bit today saying, well, why would you want somebody to restrict their freedom of speech? And they're saying things on purpose to test their ability to have freedom of speech. But here's the thing. If I'm trying to get support for a movement, it doesn't matter if I'm getting support for the cupcake movement right? If I'm calling everybody a motherfucker, son of a bitch, you dickhead all the time, I don't know that I'm going to get the kind of support that would be an effective group of people that would support what I'm doing.
And
I want,
if you've noticed, in most cases when that happens, even if they were tyrannical, and it's the same way with a child, it's just basic psychology. Most of the time, the average person, when they're being attacked or they feel like they're being attacked, what happens? They shut down.
right, right. It's true. And so the best
Unless
way
you're an egotistic cop with a badge that don't give a fuck and he's just going to violate your rights anyway.
all I was saying is I just want the auditors to do what they say they're doing. What they're doing is they're gathering content for a story. Now, if you're gathering content for a story, of course you can ask questions, right? That's what a reporter does or a journalist does, right? So you can
Absolutely.
ask questions, but you can ask them in a polite way. You don't have to react to every little hem, haw, sigh of the public servant. You really don't. Let them look like the ass. You don't want to look like the ass, and then everybody says, oh, there is a problem. Instead of focusing in on what you did, they're focusing in on what the government did to you. That's
Yeah.
the whole point. It doesn't matter if you're right about what, it doesn't matter if they are really a motherfucker and you flip them off. It doesn't matter that everybody else sees that they're a motherfucker. If you just keep that to yourself, we'll all know that they're a motherfucker and we'll be flipping them off ourselves. But then there won't be people out there going, look what he did. Look what she did. Look look what they did. They antagonized that reaction. They got that reaction. They said shit to him before the camera came on. All kinds of things, right? But if you just act calm, cool, collective, you do what you say you're doing, you're gathering content for a story. I'm interested in what the government's doing. I don't give two shits about what the auditor's doing. And if you want people to know about you, all you have to do is make a video about you.
And most of our audits have been long, and there's a reason for that because I've watched a lot of anti-trolls or anti-auditors, I should say.
Yeah, me too.
And the first thing they say, oh, well, why did he edit that out for? That was a
Right.
suspicious stop. Or
Right.
what did he say before the person reacted that way? That's why I don't edit.
No,
for
a lot
that
of
purpose.
auditors don't, and that's kind of why a lot of my videos end up being really long because I have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time editing them because they're going to
Dude,
say
your
the same
editing
thing
skills
about
with
me.
those little puppets and minuets
Right.
is fucking amazing. I'm
Were
not
you
even
the one
lying.
asking me about the little pull string guy?
Yes.
I was going to go a little bit more detail about that. What I did, I'll tell you how I did it. I literally drew the string. So what I did is I drew the string using Paint. And I don't know if you know what Paint is and you're on a computer, but you can go into Paint. It's an app that usually comes with most computers, and you can draw. You can draw anything you want. So
Dude, I can't draw a straight line to save my ass.
well, that's not a straight line because it's a string. So I that was perfect, and I just drew what I thought the color of the string should be, and then I made a little ring and I attached that ring to the string, and then the editing software I have allows you to take that thing, whatever it is on your screen, and move it a certain direction, left, right, up, down, sideways, diagonal, whatever you want to do, and it will record that motion. So what I do is I have that string and I pull it, make it have that motion, but then I go back into my editing and I add the hand, attach that to the string, and then I have now the hand and the string just pulling.
but I don't have a Purple Heart.
And now all I have to do is put the little dolly up there, stick that behind the dolly, and then time it out, and then
Dude,
how
I
it all
can't
works
even
out.
draw a damn stick figure.
Yeah, I mean,
And I don't mind telling anybody in that.
yeah, paint will make a straight line for you. By the way, yeah, it will.
Back in 2012, I had a what they call a mini stroke.
Right.
So I can visualize it here, but getting these to do what's here is complicated for me.
Right.
And I can see a good edited video in my mind, but I can't make my mind and my hands understand how to work together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get
And I get frustrated and I wind up just usually saying fuck it and
that. Yeah. there's been so many things that I've tried. I've tried so many things so far because as STC knows, I don't think he's still here, but STC, I explained to him that I do a lot of stop animation. So if you see something moving or trying to talk or something, which I haven't mastered yet, the talking part, I would love to be able to do that, but I haven't done it yet. I would love for Abe's mouth to talk when he's talking, but I'm just not good at it. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and it just doesn't seem to work. So, what I do is I think I add a little bit of both. I mean, it's okay to have a little guy pop up and just stand there because a lot of people do that anyway.
Yeah.
It just gives you something to look at. It gives you some instead of just listening. I mean, I could just put a black screen up there and say the same thing, but it just gives somebody to look at, you know.
And it probably is dyslexic, Inferno. Absolutely, I don't doubt it, because like even with some editing software, and the one that I do have is very basic that I have on my phone, and you know it's okay, but to me it looks very kindergartenish.
Well, can I recommend one for you?
Yes.
It's called Canva, Canva. I would recommend that for you because what that has a lot of, Canva is very basic. It doesn't have a lot of complications to it or anything.
And I tried to use that, and I still didn't understand it.
Oh, you've used Canva before?
Yeah, I've tried. Yes.
Yeah, I always recommend Canva for anybody that's just trying to start because Canva also comes with a lot of like B-roll footage and all kinds of stuff, sound effects, songs, all that kind of stuff, music, everything.
Like you know, I want to be able to download videos and stuff like that, but I don't have a software program to snatch it without paying for premium, and I don't.
Oh, to snatch videos?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I use. I'll show you. I'll bring mine up right now. It's called it's YDW YouTube Downloader. So it's YT Downloader is what it is. It's the app that I use to pull videos off of YouTube. YouTube Downloader. But what you have to do, which I'm not a genius either, so what you have to do is you actually have to get the cookies that you get from YouTube and put them into YouTube Downloader. You only have to do that once. You don't have to do it again. And then it will work all the time.
This is what I use on my cell phone. This is what I do all my editing with, is this right here.
It's the same here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's very basic, like, you know, and that, as you can see, you can.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
It does, and it's got some pretty decent little tools.
Yeah.
And like the last the videos that I've been doing, the little intros and stuff, you know, like this one, this one here, I done that with this little program. That's all I used.
Right.
And there is some animation tools that you can use, and it looks pretty cool. It's not like, you know, but I don't know. So, like,
I'm very detail oriented, so that might help me with my edits the way I do them. Sometimes I notice mistakes, and sometimes there's some mistakes that I just can't get out of there. Like I just cannot make it do what I want it to do, so I just say fuck it.
And I use Thumbnail Pro to make my thumbnails.
Right.
Like it's Thumbnail Maker. I use that and stuff. But it's aggravating. Like
editing is a beast, man. It's a beast.
Because like some of the shit, like with my phone, I'm limited. Like if I wanted to do a video about somebody and everything, I haven't learned how to, like, I guess that because I want to do it while I'm doing the video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to stop the video, like freeze frame.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
And then be able to like add my thought to what's going on.
Well, here's what I do. I use here's my voice changer app. It's called My Phone Magic Mic. That's the app that I use for my voice changer. But it also will record your voice just as it is. Or on your laptop, you should have a recording program already in there that can read you.
Yeah, I have a very simple little HP Google fucking thingy.
Yeah, and you can do that on there, I'm sure. And what I do is, and this is the biggest tip that I can give anybody, is what I do is I take the whole video and I lay it out. You know how it looks like a big film strip when you're editing a video? It looks like that big film strip thing.
Yeah.
And what I do is I'll chop up the video into segments that I want to do. So I'll name one segment, segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I've started to do is anytime the troll is talking, I name that segment BS1, BS2, bullshit 1, bullshit 2. And then anytime I want to talk, I name those segments T1, T2, T3 for tats, you know. But what I do is I record my voiceover as I'm watching the video. So I stop the video at a point where I want to say something. I say what I want to say, then I continue on with the video. And I record all those voiceovers. And those voiceovers, when I download them to my computer, I number those too. So if that voiceover goes with T1, then it goes to T1's section of that video. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I organize it. And you know, that's how I do it. And then what I do is once I have all the voiceover put in the video and the segments are all out there. So basically what my video looks like before I add any animation or anything is just the sections of the troll video is visible, but then where I am, it's just a black screen on those segments. And then I just go back and I put Honest Abe in there, popping up when he wants to talk. And then I add my little segment of what I'm going to say in there. And then I go back and I start listening to the video a few times and trying to think of something to put there, like Fraud at Wrangler getting a stick jammed up his ass, you know, or whatever.
Well, see, when I first started doing videos and that, I had somebody that was doing editing for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, she got very ill and everything, and could no longer do them.
Right.
And I've learned a little bit on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like anything else, you know, you want a good video.
Oh,
you know
of
what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I notice even with some of my set videos and stuff, there could be sections where it could be edited to where it would make sense, but still not be as long, or like
Right.
15 minutes of me walking the dog and taking a shit, you know? You know what I'm saying? Not that I would do that, but I'm just saying.
But just dead air is what you're
Right,
saying.
basically, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that there is a factor though of trust amongst, you know, the people watch. But I will say this: I other than the trolls, I don't think too many people would have a problem with people editing out dead air. I don't think as long as there's not like a cut in the conversation that is missing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I try to be very careful about that, and sometimes I make a mistake, but I try to make sure that that conversation isn't broken up too badly if there is any edits. Like if I hear like a sound that disrupts the whole fucking thing real loud, like somebody does something and it makes a real loud sound, I try to edit that out without trying to destroy the entire conversation. And I'll admit to this too. I'll even take some of the non-pertinent conversation out so that to avoid that disruption. So if there's somebody just talking about, oh, that's a pretty flower over there and not anything to do with the audit, you know, I'll take that out and then I'll splice it in with and make the conversation seem like it's an entire conversation without any interruption. But
Well,
I don't.
And
do
I
it
noticed
to-
something with mine too. You know, I've had some of the trolls come after me because of, well, listen how heavy he's breathing and blah blah blah.
Right.
Well, yeah, because like the phone is right here, and
Right.
and I don't give a damn who knows it. I'm fat
Right.
and I'm
right,
disabled,
Right.
literally disabled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
So-
whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, my twin, what's up? Was that your site that I saw? No, there's somebody's site. Oh, this guy has a site called oh shit, what is it called? It's funny as shit. It's called Wrangler something, but it's funny as shit. It's
I
like,
told you.
well, I'm talking about jeans, right? I'm talking about
I told you.
I'm talking about jeans there. I can't say Wrangler jeans.
Okay.
I'm talking about jeans that I was wearing, like Wrangler jeans, Levi's, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like Dustin's son. His name's Levi.
Yeah, Levi, you know, 501 jeans, you know, with the button fly. Stonewash jeans. Remember the Stonewash jeans? Those were awesome.
But I don't have a Purple Heart.
I don't. I don't.
I have a Purple Heart on my Wranglers that I got.
I mean, I might have a purple Nurple, but
I put one on my jeans,
But anyway,
drew one.
editing is I think it takes a very anal person to do, and I am that. And I get very frustrated when I'm editing. When I start a video, I have a very hard time stopping and just taking a break. I
Right.
will almost damn near piss my pants before I get up to stop editing my video sometimes. Because I'm so determined to get that fucking like that string. Now, I'll tell you, that string was a bitch for a while. Sometimes the fucking hand would move without the damn string attached to it. It would just fucking just pull the string, and then sometimes the fucking ring wasn't be attached to the finger. And there's some things that I spend so long on to make that detail perfect, right? And it's not even fucking visible in the video. Like it's not even. It didn't even fucking matter in the first place. But I spend like 3 hours on it. So it's crazy, man. Like one little pixel will be the wrong color, and I'm trying to match that motherfucking pixel to the rest of the fucking picture, and it just won't do it. And then when I finally upload the video and I look at it and go, that didn't even matter. Nobody even gives a shit about the pixel. Nobody even sees it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
That's how I am, though.
Yeah.
See, okay, now Tats, Gregory, see how important you are to him? Tat loves you.
Yeah, I know so.
He won't get up to go take a piss while he's editing, but he'll go on your live.
Gregory, let me just tell you, that little thing that you have there, and there's proof of that because I tried to do it for Indiana, and I tried really hard. That picture there, it looks so simple. That little logo you got there looks so simple, so easy to do. Anybody can do it, right? But I spent a very long time trying to get that logo just so for you. I really did. I spent a lot of time, and there were some times where the fucking star wouldn't go in the right place, and the color was off, and you were looking crazy as shit, and it looked like you had a booger hanging out of your nose or whatever, and it still looks like you have a couple white boogers hanging out of your nose. But I did that, and that's a one of a kind, man. That's something I've tried to replicate it for Indiana, and I just couldn't do it.
You
It
better
looks so
be
easy.
careful.
Probably somebody out there could probably replicate that in their sleep, but I'm just not that person. I just can't. I'm not a fucking artist. I'm really not. But I try. I give it a shot. That
I
was
wanna
just
show-
luck.
I want
That's
to show
all I'm
y'all
telling.
something.
754. Hi, and what's your name and badge number? Heather what? Towns. What's your badge number?
7. Yeah, I'm new.
It's all right, honey. It's fine.
That was a rookie cop that we took video of, and she forgot her badge number.
Oh, that's awesome.
Name and badge number, please.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome. But it's okay to be nice to people. What's wrong with being nice to people? I don't
West
understand.
Mm.
I don't understand why people have to always walk like they have a fucking hot coal up their ass and be angry at everybody all the time. You don't have to.
Be nice.
Exactly, I know. He's
If,
being
if
nice.
people went back and watch some of my videos, they'll see where I asked the TBI agent what his ID numbers and stuff was, and then you can hear him in the video telling me, "Oh, I know who you are, and this is where I know you from." I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah.
Look, I know people. I've been told that people like spicy audits, is what they call them, right? They like the snarkiness. They like the give them hell kind of thing and all that, and that's okay. You can like that, but I just think it defeats the purpose of trying to draw people into the movement itself. If I want to join a movement, I want the movement to be attractive to everybody. I don't want it to be attractive to only people that like to curse motherfuckers out. I don't want it that way. I want it to draw in everybody, and that's why rated G movies are rated for everybody, right? And I'm not saying that we have to always be rated G all the time, but I'm thinking that a movement should be kind of neutral when it comes to because it's supposed to represent
What's up, Westside?
we the people, not me the people, not my opinion of people, we the people. That's what the movement should be representing, not your fucking ego, not your attitude, not your butthurtness. It shouldn't be representing that because that's not what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I seen a guy today that that's only got 117 subs, and he parks outside of a correctional facility, and the correctional people come out and ask him why he's parked on the side of the road and that, and then this dude just goes into a complete meltdown. Cussing these guys and everything else. He calls the supervisor, tell him he's a effing idiot and just all kinds of stuff. Then he proceeds to go onto the parking lot, and they tell him that if the cops come out there and tell him if he don't leave, he's going to get arrested and blah blah blah. So then he goes to the police department there in Alaska to complain and everything, and then gets arrested because he's got a warrant.
Oh my God.
So, okay.
The guy had a warrant?
Yeah.
Sean Little,
that
Sean Little, I want to answer your question. Yes, we do need all types of people, but I believe being polite is universal. You can be a different person than me, but you can still be polite. I don't think the Constitution says you have a right to be rude. I mean, you kind of do. I mean, in a way, because it's free speech and all, right?
Yeah.
But really, there's really no excuse to be rude to somebody just for no
broken
reason.
system, broken trust.
There just isn't an excuse for that. I don't think that you should be rude just for the sake of being rude.
Like Nightmare.
Oh, okay. I got a question.
Like Nightmare, for example.
Did broken system, broken trust just leave, or did he get?
I don't know.
Oh no, he's still here.
Hey,
broken system, broken trust. I got a question, and that I have to ask: are you still swinging on Jeremiah's dick? Because I don't know how anybody.
I was kind of wondering that too.
I don't know how anybody could support that piece of shit.
By the way, I'm not a supporter of Jeremetha. No, I will use that term because he is a dumbass. The things that he does, and actually, there's been times I'm going to tell you this. There's been times where I've been making a video, and I'm not going to name the channels, but I will tell you that I was making a video, and the video stopped me right dead in my tracks, and I trashed the whole fucking thing because the auditor acted like an absolute fucking idiot.
Right?
And I trashed it. I cannot support that, man. I can't. Now I can support other videos that you do if those videos are okay in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, right? I mean, you can have your own opinion. I can have my opinion. It's my channel. I want to support things that I agree with.
You know what? I don't have any problems with Jared. Let me get this perfectly clear. I don't have any problems with the way he audits. Everybody's
his audits are usually okay.
Yeah, what I do have a problem with, and I think most people have a problem with, is how he treats his family and his little girl. This scummy piece of shit took a video, posted it on TikTok, claiming that his wife and his little girl were a homeless family, and he was trying to help and gave his.
I've seen all that. Yeah.
And what a piece of fucking garbage!
Every time you go on his site, it's like watching the fucking Jerry's Kids telethon. If you don't support me now, we're gonna be homeless in 5 minutes. My favorite video of his, if you want to add a favorite one, is when that cop just came out of his house and for no fucking reason at all attacked him. And shit. That was a perfect video. He should have rested on those laurels.
But he fucked himself, dude, because after the cameras and everything was off, he accepted money from the guy, got a ride from him, and everything else.
What an idiot! Yeah.
Dude, I would have had that guy arrested right there. He would have been in fucking handcuffs, or somebody would have been, you know what I'm saying?
And allowing people to talk to his daughter, like advertising, hey, you can say hi to my daughter, talk to my daughter, and then put tape over her mouth and put that on the internet. Not a good idea, man. Not a good idea at all. And there are some auditors out there, man, that I cannot get behind. I just can't do it. I mean, I know everybody has their own preferences, and that's okay. You can like those people, but I don't have to, right? I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I might like people that you don't like. There's a lot of people that hate Brooklyn. I happen to like the guy, and the reason why, now I don't agree with everything he does. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't. There's a lot of shit that I'm just sitting there going, fuck, why'd you do that, damn man? Why'd you say that? But some of the work that he does, he really does expose a lot of shit the NYPD
Oh yeah,
does.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, he does.
He really does, man, and I value him for that. Sometimes his
Yeah.
personality is a little bit questionable when it comes to certain things, but damn it, there is some shit going on in the NYPD, and that's what.
Speaking of NYPD, I watched a video this morning, and that where this guy was allegedly selling drugs. He was being chased by the police. The sergeant, who's been on the force there in New York at Brooklyn for 13 years, the guy was running from him supposedly on a scooter. He picks up a cooler, throws it at the guy on the moped, and it causes him to crash and unalive him.
Oh my god!
And you know what? They just suspended the sergeant. That's all they've done to him is just suspended him.
Wow. Like, I don't like when he kicks at the damn little birds out there. I don't like that. I don't like him doing that. I'm an animal lover, so I don't like that. Pigeons,
Right.
people don't like pigeons, I guess, but I don't like that. I think I saw a guy one time in the army stomp on a fucking mouse that was just out in the field walking around, and the guy
Pigeons
squished
can
it
be
with
very
his,
beautiful.
and I wanted to beat the shit out of that guy, because that mouse was living in its own territory, and this fucking dumbass steps on him and kills it. And I'm like, what the fuck did that mouse do to you, motherfucker? You know? That kind of thing. I mean, I have a soft spot when it comes to animals, you know, almost of any kind. But kicked out a bird, that time that he pissed in public right there on the bridge that one time, I didn't like that. I thought that was ridiculous. You don't piss in public like that. I mean, now, far be it from me to say that I've never pissed behind a building, because I have. I have. And I've pissed outside many times. I'm a guy. Guys do that. We mark our damn territory. But in public, like in the middle of New York City, that's weird, man. That's weird to me. At least I'm going behind the building in an alley somewhere, not on the fucking street. I mean,
Hey, Lily.
you know,
Hey,
have
what's
I
that,
have-
pumpkin?
what's that, Greg?
Oh no, nothing.
Jillian's here.
What you doing, Gregory? What you doing? Gregory, I would suggest if you want to get some exercise in, I see that you're walking, which I do support. I love that you're getting out and doing some walking. But I think I would recommend Sweating to the Oldies by Richard Simmons for you.
Nightmare, you're muted.
I said, Gregory's got a new theme song, right?
Oh, what's that?
I'm in love with a stripper.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh my god, Lawrence.
Why? What?
Wow.
What in the heck?
Oh.
Allegedly. That's alleged. I don't know. I just heard that was his new favorite song.
Wow.
Hey, listen, I don't shit outside. Well, I do shit outside. I'll take that back. And I believe it's part of being a man is shitting out in the woods at least once in your life.
Hell yeah, I've done it. I
Yeah,
don't
you
give
got
a
to shit out in the woods, man. I've actually pulled over my car before and shit in the woods because I had to go and I couldn't.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. It don't
Oh
make a
yeah,
fuck where you're at.
and rest in peace, my my fucking shirt tail. That's all I
Yeah,
gotta
Thomas
say.
Red Dillon said,
I mean, there's that. You know?
Jillian, you love Trump?
I don't like Huron logo. I don't.
Hey, here's a story that veteran can appreciate. I was on a knife edge ridge of a mountain one time, and a soldier right directly in front of me. We were walking. He understands this term, ducks in a row. So we're walking back, forward by forward, right behind each other, like you walk in school or something, right? And this guy had to shit, and he had diarrhea, and there was nowhere for me to go.
Oh,
And he took
Wow.
that shit. He took that shit right in front of me. I could see the diarrhea coming right out of his ass and going down the side of the mountain. And I'm telling you, I was a medic, man. I was a fucking medic, and I have a cast iron stomach when it came to that kind of stuff. But right then and there, I almost lost my shit I mean, that was terrible, man. I could not do it. He was like, Doc, I got to do it. I got to take a shit.
The logo is not
I'm
staying.
like, oh,
I don't like your
man.
logo. Really.
Nah, man. God bless
Come on,
the infantry. God bless
Jillian.
the infantry, man. That's all I got to say. But I named
Brandon
that mountain.
Mitchell.
Ever
Lily.
since then, I named that mountain Shit Top Mountain.
Shit Top Mountain.
Yep, Shit Top Mountain. Yep.
On top of old spaghetti.
And if you've never been up on a knife's edge of a mountain, that is some crazy shit, man.
I wished I still had pictures of where my grandparents used to live and shit.
I like Biden. Biden is a good president.
That is true,
Biden.
Sean. That is true. You're absolutely right.
Biden is a very good president. Biden.
Many times
Yeah,
my
yeah,
brain
say
just
that,
has that
okay?
little loading thing, going on.
I like Biden. Biden is a good president.
No.
Oh yeah, Gregory.
Yeah,
any
okay,
any
yeah,
president,
okay. You're
Gregory, any president that falls upstairs, it doesn't get my vote.
Too bad. I like Biden. Okay. Well,
Gregor, you like old guys that likes to sniff little girl hairs?
I'm a Democrat. Always been a Democrat.
Well, that's because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you can't vote outside of your party. You can vote for the best candidate, not just your party. You don't have to vote for your
I
party.
don't like Trump. Trump is a piece of shit.
I didn't say that you had to like Trump. I just said that I just said it's okay to vote outside your party if you know somebody that you agree with more. That's all.
You're against or for abortion, Gregory?
I'm a Democrat. Okay.
So you're for abortion?
No.
I don't talk about politics. I don't answer questions.
I know that. I know.
I don't discuss politics or religion. That's
Gregory
two things
is Gregory is pro Chia Pet.
Pro Chia Pet.
No, we're gonna make a Chia Pet.
I need a Gregory Chia Pet. I'm sorry. I would go out of my way if there's anybody out there on this planet that has the skill to make Gregory into a Chia Pet. Please, Lord, send them my way.
You could make
We'll have the
Gregory
hair
into a
growing-
Funko Pop. You know that,
Hair
right?
growing from the sides of the head, not all the way, but in a lot of the grass, the Chia Pet will be growing, on his shoulder.
Gregory, I think there's going to be a Gregory Chia Pet commercial in your future on my channel one day.
Yeah, I see it.
I can see it happening probably sooner than later, actually.
But I don't have a Chia Pet.
I can. Oh, that might be even a better one. Something. Like that. Did anybody not appreciate this little Simpson boy? Nobody even mentioned it. I worked so hard on that. When I turned him into the Simpson guy.
That was great.
Oh,
I made him.
I was going to ask you, Cats.
That was his actual face that I made into the Simpson guy. Nobody said a word.
Can I bury, you know who that Gregory doesn't want to talk about anymore?
Can you bury him? Yeah, absolutely. I can put him down. Well, once he gets really outed, that would be a perfect thing to have a funeral for his channel.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I watched yours.
Would you like to be the one who reads the eulogy, or would you like?
I don't care. I just.
And what kind of voice would you like? Would you like would you like to be, kind of echoey, or would you like just to be a regular? Or maybe I can even give you some lines that you can read, and then I can just take the sound bite.
Do something like that.
Or you can come up with your own lines, whatever you want to do. Yep. Here lies so and so broken hearted.
Thank you, Lily.
Yeah, I love
he didn't like the picture of Donald Trump.
And
yeah, I don't.
Gregory burying him.
Gregory, I might even actually turn you into Donald Trump in one of my videos. How about that?
Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, if you do, I swear I'll give toys. I'll get toys to you. You understand?
Gregor Trump.
Buy you an orange wig.
Gregory, I can actually put. I actually am going to do that.
Put a mega link or a symbol on it.
Next time you see my logo on your next live, it's going to be Gregory Trump.
Listen, Lily, the answer is no, and this is final.
We can't be friends anymore, Gregory.
Gregory, I'm making Gregory Trump.
Oh wow!
Yep. Sorry, Greg. Would you rather be a Gregory Obama, or would you rather be Gregory Trump?
I want. Oh God. half Obama, half Trump.
Oh,
I just want to say for the record, ladies and gentlemen, I did not inhale and I did not have sexual relations
Trump
with that
Clinton one.
woman.
How about Hillary and Trump together, like Hillary and Trump?
Oh, that would be great.
Trillery. And it would be Gregory's
Hey,
face.
Julian.
Oh, I could do so many
Will you
things
be
on
Hillary?
that. Oh man, I think
Can
I'm gonna
you
go.
Would
I'm
you
gonna
be
go.
Hillary, Jillian?
I'm actually motivated to come. I'm about to get off this live just so I can start working on that shit. That's fucking fun. I have so many ideas right now.
But I don't have a Donald Trump.
I might even surround Gregory with like
Oh,
little
right.
mini, like with
Don't
little
be
mini
Hillary.
Gregs that look like mini
Gregory.
me.
Clinton.
Oh man, Gregory, I got so many plans for you right now. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. He just started something in my head that it's just not going to stop. It's just not going to stop until I get it out.
Oh, like that video that I used.
Manny.
Nightmare posted, and I had to post it.
I was going to turn Gregory into a Teletubby last night, but I forgot all about it.
Whoever made that video on my page that I posted, and that's on Nightmare's channel too, is genius.
Gregory, who's your favorite superhero?
Where Hillary and Trump are dancing together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite superhero, Greg?
Oh, dude, that was a great video. It was, I've had the time of my life.
Oh, Turtle Boy, Mitch McConnell. I call him the Turtle.
Oh my God! It was a video of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. They were singing
their
back
debate.
and forth to each other
Yeah, during one of their debates.
during the debate. Yeah, it was great, dude.
Mitch McConnell looks like a turtle to me. I don't know. I don't care. He just does.
The Democrats is what's wrong with California now.
He looks very turtley. Yeah, I'm a registered Republican, and I voted for Trump twice. I don't mind saying, but that doesn't mean I can't have friends that are Democrats. Gregory,
Yeah.
I still like you, even though you're wrong.
Biden's theme song, instead of "I want to hold your hand," his theme song is "I want to sniff your hair."
My favorite story of Biden's of all times is about corn pop. That is my favorite story. I love that story. I can listen to that all the time. Corn pop.
Dude, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna fucking lie. And at the day that I watched him fall down the fucking steps and shit, dude, I replayed that 5 times and laughed hard every time I seen him fall.
What's it with Democrats and falling? Because they all fall. Like Hillary fell out of that damn car that one time. Biden fell, and wasn't there somebody that fell off the fucking stage too? I can't remember who it was, but one of them fell off the stage, I think.
Yeah, Biden did. He fell plumb off the damn stage.
Was it Biden? Yeah, it
yes.
might have been him.
Yeah, and the Secret Service guy tried to pick him up, and he fell again.
That's crazy, man. What the hell's wrong with that guy? Well, I mean,
yeah, he fell up the steps going up to Air Force One. He fell up the steps going to Air Force One.
I heard he's probably getting on his jet right now to come over to Louisiana to survey the damage to Hurricane Katrina. He might be getting up on to do that. I think he's gonna leave out tonight sometime.
It's just now coming up to his brain.
That's not very nice.
And he did fall off his bike. That's another one. He fell off his bike.
Nice.
Why does this guy? Why hasn't he broken his hip yet? Is my question. And why doesn't he have a Purple Heart for falling up the stairs?
Probably.
That's what I want to know, Sean. Who the hell put that man on a bicycle?
Actually, since the president is the commander in chief, would he not get a Purple Heart if he was wounded?
He probably has a bulletproof. Depends.
I think the president would deserve a Purple Heart because he's the commander in chief, right?
Yeah,
I would think. That's an interesting question, I think. Actually, I've always thought that the president should have served in the military at least once. I've always thought that. If you're going to be the one who sends people into war, you should have been willing to do it yourself at one point in your life.
Either you have or you didn't have the ability to.
I just think that it should be a requirement. I mean, that's just me. I
What
think
what if you weren't able to do it though?
well, then you can't be the president. You're gonna have to be the president's wife.
Well, son of a bitch.
Sorry. You're just gonna have to be the first lady.
I'll be the vice president then.
You
And
be the
I'll-
vice. You can be the vice president. I
and
agree
then I'll
with
have
that.
them you know.
I'm going to go ahead and officially start the campaign for the election for presidency of 2024. Everybody elect Big Bird. Hashtag Big Bird for president.
Veterans Affairs. Let me just tell you something about Bush. Okay, I met Bush in person and I've shaken his hand. So if that makes you mad, that's what I did. I shook
I've drank Bush and eaten Quail.
George W. Bush came up to me and he goes, "Nuclear," and
I
and I
lived
shook
the
his hand.
city that Dan Quayle was born.
President Gregory.
I since I was a kid, and my wife could verify it. I've shaken Jimmy Carter's hand when I was a kid. I was like, I can't remember how old I was, but I was very
Peanut.
young. I shook Jimmy Carter's hand, and my mother. Listen to this crap. My mother, she could have been shot so quickly. I don't know how the hell she did this, but she did. She reached through the news media because all the news media was in front of us, and we were there for so long waiting to see the president, right? And my mom reached through the fucking crowd and grabbed freaking Jimmy Carter by the cuff of his suit and yanked him over to us and said, "Please shake my boy's hands." And he grabbed each one of our hands with both hands. His hands were cold as shit, and he had a giant smile on his face. And he shook all of our hands. And then when I was in the military, I shook the hand of Bill Clinton. I washed my hands several times after that.
You remind me of Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not too hard to meet the president. Like I didn't like meet the president. Like, hey, dude, you want to go have a beer? I mean, it was shaking hands,
Yeah.
And I think he was doing Monica at this very time that I shook his hand. He came over to Hawaii to give a speech about something, and he came over and greeted a few of us, and then George W. was running for president, and I went to see him. He was down in Tampa on Halloween Day, and I went down to see him in Tampa, and it was hotter than fuck, and they wouldn't let us have any water that close to the stage because my brother worked on his campaign, and he got us some really good tickets that could get us right next to the stage, and we got there. And I shook his hand there. I met Norman Schwarzkopf. I shook his hand. That was pretty cool. And Macho Man Randy Savage was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Need a little excitement? Snap into a George W. And I will say Laura Bush is a very decent looking girl for her age and everything. She was really really nice. Barbara Bush looked like Quaker Oats, man.
What you got?
Gregory, do you like the way Barbara Bush looks like? Do you like Barbara Bush? Is she sexy to you? I bet you Gregory thinks Hillary Clinton's voice is sexy.
All right, sorry guys. What I missed? I just had to get off from.
Gregory was just telling me how sexy Hillary Clinton was.
Really?
And I say to Gregory that Hillary Clinton has the voice of everybody's ex-wife.
Gregory,
what's that? It's a video.
We got somebody that's in the what's that age group.
Yes, he's 2 going on 3.
Oh.
What's that? There's another face called No.
You want to say hi real quick? No. Come here. You want to say hi real quick? Tell him hi. Say hi.
He's like, who are you talking about? There's nobody here.
Did you ever see how much that he wanted?
Hi there.
I haven't got hold of him. Dad just told me today he's going to sell his truck though.
Oh my God! Something for the police. What's up, buddy?
No, the Dodge that he's driving it's a '89. There you go.
Hey, Central Florida.
Is it safe enough to put a car seat in?
How are people seeing these people? I don't
Yeah.
see. Are they in like StreamYard chat?
How
Or
much do you want
something? I
for
don't see
it?
that.
I don't know. He just told me today he was getting tired of it.
Yeah,
He
John.
wanted to get
Oh my
his
God.
and put a timing chain in it. I'll have to wait until he tells me. But I told him I was going to try to. If he decides to sell it, let me know. I want to buy it.
Because hell, I mean, shit. I could use a vehicle.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No.
Hey, Vet. Do you think Gregory should not be able to go out on walks without his road guard vest on? Because I think he should have to wear a road guard vest when he goes out and he walks. His road guard vest.
Yeah.
He needs one of those. In the Army, you can't. They make you wear these fucking things called road guard vests. Like if you're running PT,
Wow.
and they have road guards. The PT belt, yeah, PT belt. That's what I'm talking about. We call them road guard vests, PT belts. Yeah. There was nothing funnier than our
Damn
sergeant
it,
major
honey.
one day that chased this guy down on foot because he was speeding past our formation as we were running, and that motherfucker chased down this car because he sped past us, and the sergeant major was fucking livid and ran at this car and stopped the fucking car and told him to get the fuck out. What are you doing? Oh, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. He was beside himself.
Oh my God, Tats, help me.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah, you never talk about relationships or
Two girls is against me.
never talk about politics if you want a good relationship.
I know
Gregory.
that. I know that now, Indiana.
Gregory,
I know that. I know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, veterans. You're right. Gregory, there is a saying about being a liberal and a conservative. Do you want to hear it? If you're not liberal when you're young, you have no heart. But if you're not conservative when you're older, you have no brain. Because I think everybody's slightly on the liberal side when they're younger, a little bit more idealistic and stuff like that. But as you grow and mature, you should mature into a nice, staunch Republican conservative, Gregory.
You're supposed to be my side, Sean. Wow. Wow, you get me now. Damn.
Well, all I know is almost 4 years ago we were down to gas under $2 a gallon, and
if there's any other reason not to vote for Democrat ever again, it's that reason alone by itself.
Hey,
No
Taz.
other issues matter.
Your next video.
and now we're back up over $3 a gallon in some places, and yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. That right there. I mean, everything went up.
Exactly.
Everything went up, not just gas, but because it costs more to transport things now. Everything went up. Your milk went up. Your eggs went up. Your bread went up. All your food went up. Everything went up. Everything went up except for your fucking income. Everything went up except for your income.
All I can say is people can agree with me or disagree, and it's not going to change my opinion of people in one way or another.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Here's my thought: they elected this man, whoever they was.
Yeah,
considering his at rallies, he had less than 1,000 people.
He had the car rallies. Remember those lame ass things?
And he was in office less than 48 hours and systematically fucked the whole country.
He absolutely did. Absolutely did.
I'm
sorry. You might have not liked Trump because he was mean, I guess, But I'm just telling you right now that all you have to do is look at the gas pump and then just ask yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask yourself what
to do with the presidents.
It absolutely does. Absolutely.
Absolutely, it had everything to do with the presidency.
When he cancels the fucking pipeline that was being built
the pipeline.
Part of any reservation.
No, that's not true, sir.
Yes,
That's not true, sir.
He canceled the pipeline because he wants everything electronic, but he cancels the gas before they even start the electric.
Gregory, I'm going to tell you what, Greg. I would vote for you. I would vote for you for president, and then I would impeach your ass right away.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because I would be vice president.
Yep.
Wants
No,
to make you president.
you're not gonna be vice president. No,
Yep.
no.
Gregory, what would Gregory's
Yeah,
campaign?
please, not my vice
You know what
president.
your campaign motto would be? Chia.
Or it could be, what is it? What? Come on.
We need to talk later, Lily. We need to talk later.
Don't let him Don't let him snow you over, Lily.
Tats, help me. Tats, help me. That's your
Help you
logo.
what?
That's your that's his standard. Or I mean,
Oh,
it's-
that could be a good one, or maybe
Good
just his
soundbite,
address.
you
Maybe
know?
just his address on a campaign sign.
yeah.
You know, I mean, since everybody knows it now.
What gets me is here's my thing. We have enough oil in our country right now to run this country if we don't buy another drop of oil from anywhere right here to run this country for the next 500
I agree.
years.
I agree 100%. I agree. I agree with you.
Gregory has that much oil in his hair.
I can see that. Yeah. Cryptorado.
What up, guys? How you doing, man?
How
What
are
up?
you?
How you doing?
Yeah, man, what's going on? We're over here just talking
No,
about
not
everything
much,
you're not.
man.
We're just talking about everything you're not supposed to amongst friends.
About everything what?
But that's good. That shows that we are a good group of guys that will be okay if you disagree with us, and we're not going to shit on you if you disagree with us. You know. I mean, I might a little bit. I might let out a little shard or two, but other than that, you know.
Well, I usually tell.
Unless it comes to veterans,
Right.
you have to. I'm sorry, but you got to agree with that. No bullshit on that. Like,
I don't understand why you could have voting drop boxes. Let me just tell you about that. That I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. That's a bad idea. That's just a bad idea. Who the fuck came up with that idea?
What
What,
gets me
Dropbox?
is the elections are not even decided by popular vote. It is decided by the Electoral College.
Well, Republicans would never get elected back in office now because all the fucking big populated cities are mostly Democrats. So you'd all fucking lose now.
I actually like the woman that's running for president on the Republican side right now.
What was that black dude's name that was the doctor? I can't remember his name right this second. I liked him a lot when he was running before. I liked him. Ben Carson. I liked him. Greg liked Booty Jig. Booty Judge. Whatever the fuck his name is. Greg, were you a Booty Judge supporter? No,
Hey, Chad.
Greg was feeling the burn.
Hey, Chad.
Lily says Gregory just told me that he likes Biden. Someone picked me up off the floor.
Hey, Corruptorado wants
What's that, Corruptorado? Yes, sir.
Hey, just so you know, I've been on fucking Private Wranglers fucking videos giving him, and I just posted the comments I made about him on Facebook.
Man, I appreciate that, buddy.
Sweet.
If you guys have ever read any of my comments bashing on trolls or any other piece of shit, they're good ones.
Hey, just so you know, man, there's another video coming out, and this one is probably going to be my best yet. And it's going to be a lot shorter than the last one, but this is going to be epic.
Well, I've been watching them.
Hey, Corrupto, let me ask you a quick question like I've asked them. Have you ever broken your leg before?
I have. Back when I was 16. Why?
Okay. Was it like a tib-fib fracture, like on your lower leg, like where your shin bone would be? And all that?
No, I was in a martial art competition, and I kicked a guy wrong, and when I did, it caused my shin bone to pop out right below my knee, and then right down closer to my ankle, the other piece of the bone fucking popped out.
Yeah, that's your tibia. So let me ask you a question. Now, that was a compound fracture, which is a pretty big deal. Let me ask you a question. Let's just say after it was corrected surgically, whatever they did for you, were you able to walk on that unaided?
Not for probably close to a year.
Exactly my point. Well, Wrangler. No, I'm sorry. Dangler. I'll just use Dangler because I'm not allowed to say his name on this channel anymore. Dangler. Dangler is claiming that he took an RPG into his vehicle. It broke his tibia. And then right after that, for 3 long, brave weeks of this soldier's life, he got out there with full military gear on, everything, and patrolled the angry streets of Afghanistan with a fractured tibia.
I call bullshit.
Yes, anybody that's ever experienced any broken bones would call bullshit on that. A broken bone, especially a tibia. The tibia is the main weight-bearing bone of your lower leg.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. And like I said, I've trained martial arts, and after I broke my leg, it was a good, probably legit 3 years before I was back to my full 100%.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it takes a long time for a bone to heal like that. And by the way, it wasn't just one fracture either. It was a oblique fracture, which means that it's offset by. It's not like a straight across. It's kind of oblique. It's like at an angle. He claims an oblique fracture and a linear fracture in the same bone. So the linear fracture follows the shaft of the bone, like split right down the middle. And he's saying that he walked. He calls it full battle rattle, which is very common in the military. We call all the gear that we wear when we go out to the field battle rattle. So all of that gear weighs at the very least 80 pounds, not to mention all of the other gear. So really, he's going out there with a person on his back with an addition to his broken bone. And he did that. I'm going to just tell you something. I'm going to tell you something.
3 weeks? In 3 weeks?
Rambo is obsolete now. We now have a new Rambo, and his name is Chris Kaiser Butterroll. Kaiser the Buttered Roll.
Hey, in 2020, I had my arm spiral, my forearm. My forearm was spiral fractured. My wrist was broken, and my elbow was cracked. Right. And I still 3 years later, if I turn my fucking wrist a certain way, my fucking forearm still fucking kills me. Like I don't have full power to punch or nothing with that hand. As
you can see, look here. See my hand. How the knuckle is over here. It's what
I see that.
Commonly known as a boxer's fracture.
I know all about that.
And that.
Yep. That
my hand was in a cast for 8 weeks.
Right.
And even to this day now, I'm still having like arthritis and stuff you can see in my hand.
Right.
And that.
Absolutely.
Because I cut the cast off too early and this bone didn't heal properly.
Yeah.
And it still shows up on x-ray like the fracture.
That boxer fracture is painful too. I've
you can see what
I had a boxer fracture on my left hand, and they put a couple pins and wires to hold it together for the healing process. And I was in prison, and so I cut off the fucking cast too early, same as you did. So and I still have problems with that hand.
Corrupto, quick question for you. How long did you spend in the pen again? Because I just have a question based on that.
This last one I did was in 2009, and I got out in 2017.
All in total, how long would you say all in total, maybe?
From 1990 until 2017. So what's that? Close to 30, 28, 27 years.
Okay, so let me ask you a question now. A guy like you probably has seen quite a few gunshot scars on people during your time in. Am I wrong about that?
Say that one more time.
Like guys that have been shot before, like have you seen quite a few of those scars before on people?
Oh yeah, I got a homeboy whose nickname is Shotgun because they tried to blast him out with their shotguns. The cops did during the fucking chase, and he survived it. He got shot in the stomach, the leg, fucking the back, and so I know bullet wounds.
So you would recognize a scar from a bullet wound pretty readily, I would imagine, because
over a stab wound or anything. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. How big of a scar would an exit wound on a bullet wound be? Would it be pretty big, do you think?
Well, hey, it depends on the caliber of bullet, man.
Well, we're talking about a 9mm. Let's just use 9mm for the shits and giggles.
I
Especially,
believe.
yeah, or let's say a 9mm
Well-
from Russia.
Well, I believe that a 9mm is going to put a pretty good sized exit scar. You know.
I would say so, right? Pretty noticeable, probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to notice that little star flower.
I mean, you're not gonna look at it with squinty eyes and go, "Hey, is that really a scar? Is that not a scar?" It's
Yeah,
not gonna be
exactly.
something like that. Yeah, you're gonna say, "Oh, that's a scar." I mean, from something, right? You're gonna
Well,
say that.
Them type of scars, they're not ever going to go away unless you cover them
Right.
up somehow.
And then not only that, but you're gonna also notice a surgical scar that was used to debride the wound and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Usually, right alongside those bullet entry and exit wounds, there are accompanying incisions that the doctors use to debride the wound and do
Exactly, yeah.
make sure they do all. But Wrangler doesn't have any of that.
Really?
No. His if you've ever seen somebody that's had orthoscopic surgery on a shoulder and they have those little indentations on their arm for where the orthoscopic equipment went in, this little tiny, that's what he
Yeah.
has. And that's
Well-
fine. If he had a separated shoulder or whatever and they needed to repair it, that's what they would do. And that's exactly what those scars look like to me. They
Well,
don't look
let me ask-
anything close to a bullet wound.
Let me ask you this, because I'm not too familiar with military information and whatnot as far
Right,
as
right,
this
I
goes.
get it.
My question goes, but isn't his service record public
Public.
record?
It is, but I will tell you what's not, and what's not is his medical service record.
So there's no way of finding out that he was ever treated for any. I mean, isn't there a report?
It's not going to say it. It's not going to say it on his DD-214 if that's what you're asking. The only thing that would be indicated on his DD-214 would be his deployments, where he was deployed to, and his awards.
So
whatever
it wouldn't.
awards he
It
may have
was.
gotten.
So there's nothing in his record that could be accessed that would show that he was wounded in combat.
Not public information as far as medical, because that would be against, of course, the HIPAA law.
Against HIPAA. Yeah.
So they
Okay.
cannot do that.
I want to show you guys something. This is just what I Googled, and Google's, if you have small children or very sensitive, you might want to, yeah. But this is what I just found just by Google. That is from a 9mm.
Right.
Yeah,
To the
that's not
shoulder.
right.
To the shoulder.
Yep,
Right.
that's not right.
Yep. And now, does it say
Now
if
that's the entrance or the exit wound.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can.
it looks.
Yeah, try to find the exit entrance.
Yeah,
that looks
Bullet.
That looks
And
like
Because that looks like an entrance wound.
yeah, that looks like an entry wound to me too,
Hmm.
and that looks like it's been healed for just a little while too.
Yeah, that's only it looks like maybe 6 months.
Yeah. But either way, that doesn't look like something that Wrangler had on him.
not at
Not
all.
even,
Well,
not even a little.
Hey, what
bit.
kills me is I've been reading some of the comments on his channel, on some of his videos, and the amount of fucking idiots that are sucking this dude's fucking dick, man.
Well, that's the problem, man. Is you got so many
Hey, Sonia.
people in there, and somebody asked me, said, "Hey, why does KFAR stand in so staunch support of him?" What I've learned, I've heard, I got people now that Wrangler really pissed off that were really close to Wrangler, and now they're giving
All right,
me a lot
well-
of good information.
This this is a gunshot wound scar.
Kfar apparently
and that-
as a felon.
This guy was
I've
shot
heard
twice.
that. Yes.
This guy was shot
That-
twice. That's the scar.
Is that the exit or the entrance?
The entrance wound. That's the scar that the guy
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
But that makes
Looks like-
Wrangler's story even more bullshit, really. But I've
Yeah.
seen scars. I've seen scars of people that have been shot. I've been around people that have been shot. As a matter of fact, when I was 19 years old, I'll share this story with you. When I was 19 years old, there was a soldier who was shot in the chest, and his exit wound was out of his armpit.
All right,
And
there's
that
the
was my
exit
very
wound.
first. That was my very first real live casualty I ever took care of.
Can you see that? That's the exit wound.
Yeah, that's an exit wound, all right.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. Sure
Does
is.
that look like what you saw on Wrangler's channel? I don't think it does. Not even close. Not even close. And I'll tell you another thing. There is a condition that happens. So if you watch a surgery where the doctors go in there and they're initially treating a wound like a gunshot wound, what happens is a lot of tissue around that wound is dead tissue.
Yeah.
So what the
burned.
doctors have to go in and they have to remove all of that dead tissue around that wound and debride it. That's what they call it, debriding the wound, right? And then they irrigate it and they debride it some more. And what happens as a result of that is tissue loss, and it looks like there's a void. There's something missing now. You ever seen the indentations in there because of that debriding that went on? And none of that is apparent on Wrangler's injury. And by the way, for being shot in the shoulder and having what he calls a slug still left in his shoulders, his range of motion for his shoulder must have been provided by Jesus himself. They must have miracled his damn shoulder together, because I don't know anybody that's ever been shot in the shoulder that could pretty much raise their hand above their head anymore.
Hey, Tats, has I can't remember his first name, but has Mr. Shipley tried to expose this fool?
A little bad news on that side. Don Shipley is not very confident that he's going to be able to raise Wrangler Dangler on the phone, and Dangler, being the coward that he is, probably wouldn't do it either. So in order for Don to do a video on him, that's what would have to happen, and I don't think that's going to happen. Not only that, but Don actually recommended, which I already knew about, he sent me over to the Keepers of the Green Beret, which is an army organization that goes after stolen valor. And I talked to the Keepers of the Green Beret. As a matter of fact, if you email them right away, that he gets back to you in a second, right? And
Nice.
I've talked to him about another guy that I saw on YouTube one time, and I've worked with him before. And basically, this guy, Sergeant Major, a Delta Force operator. Now, if you don't know anything about the Delta Force, that is the cream of the crop. That is the best
They're
of the
the
best.
baddest of the bad. I know.
They're the baddest, and that's why you don't see movies made about them, because they're known as the silent professional. That's actually a nickname they have. They're not like they're not like the Hollywood SEALs. They're nothing against the SEALs, but I'm just telling you, these are the guys that will make you disappear, and there won't be anything left of you or evidence of you even being around.
Yeah.
And
what
so
are they, Ted?
yes,
Who are they?
the Delta Force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that actually, and they weren't even acknowledged. They weren't even acknowledged by the government as even existing until a few years back. And the Delta Force, this Delta Force operator told me, based on the information that I gave him about what these claims were, this guy, career military special forces, said bullshit. That didn't happen.
Yep.
So if anybody's word, but what he did, because it's not a Green Beret claim. See, this is the problem with this kind of thing. Since it's not a Green Beret claim, that's not his thing. So
And I get that.
So what he did is referred me to another organization called Phony Veterans, and that's a blanket Phony Veterans of any branch of service under any job. And Phony Veterans are now on the case. And once that happens, but I think the Sergeant Major was a little upset about this, so maybe the Green Beret guy might do something. I don't know, but he seemed a little concerned, is all I got to tell you. He's
well, I mean, hey, people need to be concerned because, you know, like I said, you know, you guys know I've never served. You know, I wish I could have. I tried to when I was 18. They said, no, you're going to prison. So, but I have a real fucking problem with someone who's going to claim something like that. And people are going to fund him. People are sending this fucking pussy money. People are fucking liking his videos and sharing his shit and believing his shit. That's what irritates the fuck out of me about this.
Yeah. Because he's giving people money. People are coming easily off their money because of what his stories are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, again, I can't stand these fucking frauditor. I can't stand these frauditor motherfuckers that sit on their ass in their mama's basement with an editing fucking tool on their computer, and they'll take a video from what I call real soldiers and real patriots who are out there right now on the front line fighting law enforcement and exposing all this corruption, and they want to sit there and bash motherfuckers for doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Right, absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. And,
Fucking
this
disgusting,
guy,
man.
Not only that, but this guy was a felon himself, 5 times felon, which is there's nothing wrong with that as long as after you get out of prison and you do your time and all that, and you've made a changes in your life. There's no big deal there. No harm, no foul.
Exactly.
But this guy spent the better part of a year bashing people based on their criminal records, while he was sitting there trying to make himself look like the noble, wounded veteran of the world, right? The holier than thou guy, and all of a sudden the dirty laundry just comes spilling out of his ass, and now even more dirty laundry.
And most of these frauditors, that's what's going to happen, man. And you know, I've seen other frauditors being exposed for their bullshit. You know.
And what Don Shipley always says, like I said before, Don Shipley says is usually people that have served in the military, when they start making up things about their service, it's usually to hide something that went bad when they were in the military, or because they have a criminal record. Well, there's one that we do know about, and that he had a criminal record. And who would dig very far into an American hero's past? Not very many people. Everybody's going to buy what he's saying because of all these stories, and they don't know any better because, like you, like a lot of people, they don't know. They just don't know military stuff, right? And that's okay. You don't have to know it, but people that did serve in the military do know. And when we start seeing it, just like somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, man, I did 20 years in the pen," and then you start asking him questions about serving time, right? And he's not talking the talk, man. You know he's full of shit. There's certain things. There's certain things that you know. There's certain things that you know that nobody else would know about doing the time, right?
Exactly.
And it's the same thing for us. We know when we hear bullshit about a military story. We just know. We know. You know, it's not even.
Hey, did you get a chance? Did you get a chance? You guys get a chance to check out my live I did a couple of days. I think it was on Saturday. I had 8 motherfucking cops called on me. 2 of them came code 3. Yeah. For touching the parking meter maid's car.
That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, were you not? I didn't see exactly on the video what you were doing, but I imagine you were humping the vehicle.
Actually, I didn't hump his vehicle. However, I did just the other night with Police 719. We went out on, I think it was Sunday night. No, it was Saturday night. We went out and we caught some 4 cops at some apartments, and we were up filming the cars, and we heard one of the cops say, "Hey, don't touch the cruiser." And I didn't really hear that. P2P heard it, and he told me, and I was like, "What? What?" I went over there and laid on the hood, stretched my back out, popped my back, sat there and started humping the fucking car.
Yep, that might have been the video I saw, because I swear to God you were humping the car, and I was like, he's got to be humping the car right now. That's the only thing I can think of. But
I humped one car, man, with the female fucking in it. She told me, "Don't touch the car." So I went up there and laid my camera right on the hood, laid up there white snake style, and started fucking humping the car.
All you got to do is tell her you were checking her oil. That's all, you know.
Right?
Yeah.
The problem is, those cars are the people's cars, not the cops' cars.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, he didn't get anything on him, I'm sure.
As long as you don't harm them or damage them.
Yeah, but it's CSPD. They'll come up with some BS charge to arrest you.
Disorderly conduct is what they would get him with.
Disorderly conduct, assault of an officer.
To me, disorderly conduct is the blanket crime that they charge people with when they don't have anything else.
Hey, but the thing about disorderly, at least here in Colorado, is unless a person comes up to a cop and on their own tells them, "Hey, this guy's being fucking loud, he's being rude, he's being disrespectful, he's bothering me," now they might have some little leg to stand on. But disorderly doesn't fly out here. You very rarely see that charge stuck on anybody out here.
Oh, by the way, Stone Vet just sent me a message saying that Wrangler and KFAR will be live at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So if anybody's interested to go over there and fuck with their channel, I would.
I'm going to. What time? 8 Eastern.
8 Eastern. 8:15.
So 8:15,
and
so it'll be 6:15 here.
now, if you don't know about Stone Vet, let me just tell you, man, he's been doing some really bang up jobs about Wrangler. Some of the videos that he just did about him. He actually took my video and commentated on it, just talked about it. And let me just tell you something, they break it down even better than I do, I think. And and they did a great job. So I would definitely check out Stone Vet. They're good people, man. They're good people over there. But anyway, guys, I gotta run. But you guys have a good day.
All right. Take care.
Good talking to you, Tats.
Yeah,
Have
man.
a good one, Tats.
Yeah, man. Take care, Greg.
You do Indiana.
Greg, I want to say one thing left to you before I leave.
What?
Wrangler.
I knew that was coming. Holy
Hey,
shit.
Indiana.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
I gotta end this. I want to take a nap. I won't get tonight.
All right, buddy. All right.
Guys, thank you for coming.
Nice to see seeing everybody. And
Sorry, I was looking at gunshot wounds, exits, and entrance. And
Kind of addicting, isn't it?
it is. Well, it's good to study that kind of shit so you know.
Hey, one of the greatest pictures I've ever seen. I was in prison, and we were allowed at the time to still receive pictures from Rotten.com. And a guy got a picture sent in of an insurgent who had his head blown off pretty much by a 50 cal sniper over there in Afghanistan. And the image of this guy laying on the ground and the extension of his upper head, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me, dude.
Yes, he said prison.
Huh?
Somebody said prison, question mark. I said, yes, he said prison.
Yep. Let me go back to my tablet so I can see the chats.
Thank you, guys.
Indiana, love you, man. Thanks for being here. Gregory.
Hey, take care, Corrupt.
KS. Nightmare.
Tomorrow I'm going to be live
Have a good one, guys.
with Chickamangas.
You too, man. Peace.
All right. Much
Guys,
respect,
before we
guys.
leave, tomorrow I'm going to be live with Chickamangas. We're going to the casino tomorrow. That's 9 a.m. in the morning.
9 a.m. in the morning, you're doing what?
We're going to the casino tomorrow.
At
So you're
9
going to the
a.m.
casino?
It's going
And
to
then-
be on the. It's going to be my I will make a note on the YouTube. Okay, guys.
You should do a StreamYard on your phone.
No, StreamYard it takes a lot of battery.
It's what?
It takes a lot of battery. Bye, guys.
Okay, so you can do